She subconsciously questioned, "Who do you say is the Roxa? How could I be called such a thing? I am Wade's daughter. I am Cynthia Wade, who has been replaced by a fake," Orville shouted coldly. "You still pretend to me? You have killed so many people and caused so many companies and individuals bankrupted for so many years. Don't you have the slightest knowledge of yourself?" Elaine was also dumbfounded. 10,000 voices in her heart kept lingering in her mind. What the HLL is going on? Who is this woman? Is she Charlie's aunt or a transnational scammer? If she is Charlie's aunt, what's the matter with these Interpol people? They also accurately stated what she was arrested and was in prison, which seems to be really well-founded. If she is a transnational scammer, why did she find her and want her daughter to divorce Charlie? And even a big man like Ragnar believes she is really Wade's daughter. These two things seem to have their own reasons. If you take out any of them, you can stand up. At this moment, Orville continued to scold. "We have already investigated what you did. We also know the purpose of your visit to Elaine this time. Don't you just want to give that? Do the 3 women who have been sentenced to life imprisonment take revenge? You want Elaine's family to ruin, right?" As soon as Elaine heard this, she suddenly thought of the 3 women who made trouble for her and wanted to kill her when she was in prison. One of them was a middle-aged woman with a scar on her face. The woman said at the time that they were arrested because of Elaine. Thinking of this, Elaine's balance has already tilted. She began to feel that Cynthia should be a liar more likely. At this moment, Cynthia was already stunned. "What are you talking about? I am not Roxa at all. I am Cynthia," Orville sneered, "still pretending? It seems that you scammers are very involved in the drama. Sometimes you forget who you are and brainwash others? Well, if this is the case, then I don't leave room for you. We have already understood your plan ahead of time. You want to use a short promise to induce Elaine to persuade her daughter to divorce Charlie, right?" Cynthia blurted out. "What the hell are you talking about? The check I wrote to her is real. It's a real check, not like a fake replacement." A smile was wiped at the corner of Orville's mouth, but Cynthia couldn't see it under the cover of the black mask. Charlie had long guessed that his aunt would definitely use the money to smash Elaine, so he deliberately let Orville pour dirty water on Cynthia. Elaine has been in jail. Fake checks and bank cards will definitely make her extremely sensitive. Charlie's guess of Elaine was really thorough. As soon as Elaine heard this, she immediately blurted out, "Comrade Interpol, she gave me a fake check for 100 million, Mr." Orville nodded and said coldly, "Her intention is to induce you to disturb your daughter's marriage first, and then ask you to go to the bank with a fake check to exchange it. Then the bank will definitely call the police. You will definitely be sent back to prison for fraud." After that, Orville paused and said, "It's just that you were let out by chance last time. If you go in again this time, you will not be so lucky. It is very likely that you will be the same as her 3 men. Sentenced to life imprisonment." When Elaine heard this, she felt a chill in her back. She screamed in her heart, "My God. Fortunately, I have learned the skills. When I saw Roxa, this stinky woman, giving me a check, I guessed that she must be a liar. Sure enough, Mom is really stupid. I'm afraid I'll be imprisoned in a blink of an eye." The many key points mentioned by Orville quickly convinced Elaine of his words. Now thinking of the 3 wicked women she met in the prison, she still had lingering fears, as if it had become a psychological shadow of her. Orville looked at her at this time and said seriously, "Ms. Elaine, this time you did not believe in the tricks of this scammer and did not get deceived. This is indeed a very big improvement. Otherwise, once you are sentenced to life, you would have become human sandbags of Roxa's 3 subordinates." When Elaine heard this, she couldn't help but be shocked. "Mom, this is too damn dangerous. Fortunately, I am strong and vigilant. Otherwise, if I was actually trapped in prison, wouldn't it be the 3 stinky ladies who would blast me for decades?" Mr. Orville turned his face, looked at Cynthia again, and said coldly, "Roxa, now there are Interpol from more than 20 countries applying for extradition for your return from China for investigation. You can be said to be the biggest fraudster in human history. You will stay overnight. Send you back to the Interpol headquarters in Vienna for trial. Which country will extradite you back to your country for trial will depend on which country you committed the highest amount of crime in. Cynthia's entire will and spirit at this time have almost completely collapsed. She felt as if she had suddenly fallen into a magical world. In this world, nobody believed anything she said. Moreover, in this magical world, she was confused by the name Roxa. Moreover, she became a transnational scammer. Still the biggest scammer in human history. This is just nonsense. Cynthia suddenly felt that there seemed to be a huge conspiracy behind the incident, so she shouted, "I now doubt your identity, whether you are from Interpol. Show me your relevant documents." Orville sneered. "Why? You found that you couldn't escape with your wings, so you want to take a bite back? I tell you, Roxa, this time you can't have any chance to escape." Having said that, he immediately ordered several people around him. "Handcuff her for me and get her on the helicopter." "Yes." Several people in black immediately rushed forward, handcuffed Cynthia's hands behind her back with handcuffs, and walked outside holding her.